Welcome to Paris 2024, the games of the 17th Paralympiad, and most specifically the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. We're here for the commencement of the Powerlifting at Paris 2024, beginning with the men's up to 49 kilo category. Well, there is where the action will be taking place in a sport that is solely bench press in powerlifting, but brings a multitude of nations, one of the fastest rising participation sports in the world, and a world and Olympic record holder in there with Vietnam's Le Van Cong. Certainly one of the names to watch as the lifts begin. Confirmation of one of the stars that we will be enjoying take to the bench today. Le Van Cong of Vietnam, setting that Paralympic record in Rio at 183 kilos. His world record yet to be beaten since 2017. In fact, no longer do we have half kilo increments. So that is one that has stood the test of time. Referees, and very, very key they are, represented from Hungary, Slovakia and Yemen. A left, a right and a chief in Martin Kapler will be stationed at the head of the bench. Quite an arena we have here in the 18th arrondissement of France's capital city. And young too, only recently opened. It's going to host the Paris basketball team and a number of community sporting events in the wake of these games. It's already played host to badminton and rhythmic gymnastics in the Olympics. But now it is time to capture the imagination of the next generation who've come to join us in the stands with para-powerlifting.
French theatrical tradition, it's time for the Trois Coups to launch the competition.
Well, now, one of the great theatrical moments that has happened around the capital city, the coup de bâton that harks back to the Grand Theatre days at Paris, that demands that the auditorium pay attention to the performance to come. Three strikes from one of the greats, and the coup de bâton has rung around the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, and we are almost ready to get underway. My name is Joe Burns, and Pete Selby is alongside with me for this event.
Thank you, Joe. Looking forward to this first weight here, where it will be the men's up to 49 kilogram category. Plenty inside the arena. Eagerly looking forward to a battle of current and former Paralympic champions. This first session really is starting with something special.
So the men's up to 49 kilo category will get underway with Algeria's Haj Ahmed Beyor, who hails from Muscala. made his debut in 2009, and this will be the first of his 3 attempts, and the aim of powerlifting is to record your biggest lift. It is not cumulative. He starts at a weight of 140 kilos.
Looking for at least 2 white lights from the 3 referees. Starting with 140 on the bar for Bayor. Making sure he's in exactly the right position. Clock counting down.
Start. Rack.
Instructions given by the chief referee to start and to then rack. And we're underway with a good lift for Bayor. 140. Competition off to the best possible start.
Safely navigated by Bayor, and you saw flash up there 2 white lights and a red, and those are the indications from the referees. It's majority rules. They'll all cast their vote with a light system. White is good, red is no lift. 2 whites mean it's a good lift overall. 2 reds is a no lift. And they're looking at a variety of parts of the sequence. The down sequence, the body position, the stop sequence, and the press sequence. And now we'll get to see all of those in sequence, hopefully, with India's offering in the competition, and it's Parmjit Kumar.
Parmjit Kumar attempting 150. His first lift. Clock counting down from 2 minutes. Once again, the chief referee will be indicating to start the lift. The 32-year-old. His first lift here in Paris. 150.
Start. Rack.
Told to rack by the chief referee. Awaiting the verdicts, and 2 out of 3 once again. So a good lift for Kumar. Parmjit Kumar 150 with his first attempt.
Parmjit Kumar, another 2-1 win to get him through that 150 lift. It was one of the referees who took umbrage with the press sequence here, but the other 2 content with all the various elements. You see there the hold, in contact with the chest, and then the press up. The big one on the press is locking the elbows out simultaneously. Doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. Doesn't have to be perfectly in line on the way up, but the key is the lockout, both elbows at the same time. China's Zheng Yu arrives to the stage now, and just a little bit of housekeeping on the timer that you're seeing tick down in the right-hand corner. Athletes have 2 minutes from when their name is announced to make it to the bench and to commence their lift. You saw in the one previously from Parmjit Kumar, you had a 1-minute warning. Sometimes athletes will allow that to pass so that the announcement doesn't act as a distraction for them.
Plenty of time. 1 minute warning. Just waiting for that 1 minute to then get settled underneath the bar. So 1:55. Zheng's first lift.
Start. Rack.
And 3 white lights is what we want to see. Former bronze medalist from the World Championships is underway here in Paris with a good lift. 1:55.
A nice tidy lift there from the man from China in his first Paralympic Games. If you can believe, he's been to 4 World Championships previously, but here at the biggest show on earth. And that is something of a feature of the Paralympics. At, say, a World Cup or a World Championships, you can find in excess of 400 athletes, whereas here it's just 180 across the 20 disciplines split between the genders. From the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Adnan Noor Saeed makes his way to the bench. And he hails from Jeddah, just 20 years old, so a real name for the future, going for the biggest lift that we've seen so far, 156. That's how the order is determined. It is in ascending order of weight after the athletes are asked in ranking order what weight they'd like to go for. There is a bit of strategy when it comes to selecting weights to lift as the competition progresses. But first things first, get a good one under the belt. And you can see as well there, being strapped in, equipment permitted for these athletes with impairment, and also they have the option of lifting the bar themselves or receiving help from their coach, which Noor Saeed is.
Start.
Wasting no time. Noor Saeed. 2 white lights and a good lift for Adnan Noor Saeed. Improving all the time, of course, the 20-year-old. Imagine at his age, and an excellent start to his Paralympic campaign. Delighted, 1:56. Many of these athletes would have taken part in multiple events on the World Cup circuit this year. The 1:58 in June in Tbilisi, where the majority of the athletes competing here today will have had their last competition before Paris.
Time for Hungary's Nando Tunkel to stride up for his first lift. 36-year-old in his second Paralympics, having claimed a bronze in this same event in Rio de Janeiro in 2016. It was a 1:55 lift that carried him to that bronze then. Well, he's 3 kilos heavier here today for his first. So a journey of growth, and auspicious for the man who received an award from the Hungarian Powerlifting Association in recognition of his performances last year, and looking to write another little Paralympic chapter into his legend.
Start. Rack.
Well, the huge ovation from the crowd, not replicated by the referees.
2 red lights elicited from the referees, and both due to the press sequence. So coming from the side referees, actually, on that occasion, the chief referee was happy, but because of the positioning of the referees, they've all got a different view and they can take in different parts of it. So everyone was happy up until that point. But as far as the press was concerned, that was the issue.
Representing France,
Big elevation in the decibel levels here for a man competing for Les Bleus, the 38-year-old who is in his first para-powerlifting Paralympics, but this man used to be a para-athlete. He competed in Rio in the 400 meters and the relay in times gone by, and now he is making waves in para-powerlifting. His coach, Jean-Claude Collinot, assisting him with his positioning on the bench. And 160 kilos, following in the footsteps of our first failure of the competition.
We'll be lacking from support from the crowd, certainly. Shouts of encouragement, huge pictures of his face as well in the crowd. 1 minute to go, 160, his first attempt.
Start.
A huge roar. The crowd like it, and the referees like it as well. 2 out of 3 once again. And delighted with his start. 160 in round 1. Great way to get his own Paralympic competition underway.
That'll do very nicely indeed. 2 of the 3 referees agreeing that that lift was good. 1 issue with the press, but 2 is all you need. And a great start and great reception as well here at the Port de la Chapelle. Time for an Olympic and world record holder, Lee Van Kong. 40 years old, from Ho Chi Minh City. A 4th Paralympics. He's had gold before in Rio, silver in Tokyo, and very much one of the medal threats here in Paris.
Now 171. Opening attempt. Very quiet year for Lee Van Kong, who recovered from an injury last year and only competed once on the circuit this year, lifting 141 in Dubai. He's concentrated on his training for these Paralympic Games.
Start.
Lee Van Kong with a good lift. 171. And the former Paralympic champion is off to a fantastic start. 171 in round 1. 3 white lights, perfect, say the judges. And again, after a quiet year this year, he's saving himself for the biggest event of all. And well, couldn't start better. Pure power. Locking out those elbows simultaneously. Fantastic lift. And only laying down a marker for the rest of the competition for himself, but letting the opposition know that the former champion is here in Paris and means business.
Abdullah Kayapina of Turkey will be our penultimate lifter. 31-year-old from Sivas, Turkey, looking to go a couple of places at least better than Tokyo. It was a lift of 150 kilos when he finished 5th in the Japanese capital, and we've been working hard with his coach, Mehmet Semi Selan. And he owes a lot to his coach, because it was he who saw him working in a local restaurant and identified that he may have a bit of potential, asked him to try powerlifting, and the rest, they say, is history.
He's had a superb season as well, been very, very active this season, improving all the time. And a familiar pattern has emerged. Kayapina's attempts generally goes 3 from 3. He's lifted 175 this year.
Start.
172 in round 1, and a good lift. 3 wide lights for Kayapina. Well, in this men's up to 49s, of course, we've got the big names, is Lee Van Kong and Karada, who will be along shortly. The former Paralympic champions, current Paralympic champions, world record holders. But can Kayapina gate crash the top 2? Well, that's a perfect start. And we'll look to lift an awful lot more as we go through this first session. Speaking of,
The bar is loaded to 175 kilos.
Olympic champions.
Representing Jordan,
Karada is next to lift.
Omar Karakada, 43-year-old Jordanian, reigning Paralympic champion, going one better than he did in Rio, the edition before. He's got a silver at Beijing also. He claimed gold on numerous occasions at the World Championships. He really is a fabulous athlete.
Omar Karada is the reigning Paralympic champion in the 49-kilo category from Tokyo. He's also the silver medalist from 2016 in Rio de Janeiro, and he was lifting back in 2008 in Beijing.
Confirmation from the announcer here as well, from some of the info that I've given you, and it's, well, he's really priming everyone
1 minute.
just so that everyone's aware of that this guy really is the man to beat, despite the pedigree elsewhere.
$175 on the bar for Karada.
Start.
Another huge ovation from the crowd. They think it's good, and all 3 referees think it's good as well. And Karada, the defending champion, is underway here in Paris. Try and go back to back with gold medals. 175, and we'll at the front here in round 1. 3 kilograms clear then of Kayapina. Made it look very simple, very easy. And looking out both of those elbows at exactly the same time. 3 white lights, and the defending champion is underway.
first round of attempts complete, so on to weight number 2. And now these would have been inputted immediately after the first lifts. There is a station to the left of the bench as we look at it, and the coaches enter the weight desired for the second lift immediately. Now for the second lift, you can't change the weight that you put in, unlike the first and the third, where you have the opportunity up until 5 minutes before to alter the weight that you have nominated to a 10 kilo threshold, either up or down. Now I want that to stay in your mind, because that could become significant come the third round, when there's a bit of gamesmanship and there's a bit of spoofing, if you will, from athletes who are trying to force fellow competitors maybe to weights that they would rather not. We'll get into those fun and games presently, but for Haj Ahmed Bayor now, it is a 5 kilogram increase from the 140 he successfully lifted with 2 white lights.
Powerlifting, a game of not only strength on the bench, but also those tactics will come into play later on in attempt 3. For now, 145 on the bar.
1 minute.
Allah! Bismillah.
Start.
Whoosh! Yeah! Yeah!
Correct.
And a good lift. 2 out of 3, once again for Bayor. And on that lift, you saw it wasn't quite level. That's not a problem. Top of the lift, when locking out again exactly the same time with his elbows, that was all important. Down to the chest. And then the power. Raised on his right, but again, not a problem, and makes it 2 from 2.
Bar is loaded to 157 kilos, representing India, Manjeet Kumar.
Manjeet Kumar adds another 7 kilos to the bar for his second lift. He was another with 2 white lights from his first lift, so pleasing 2 of the referees. But finding dissatisfaction from one, the 32-year-old from Manipur, who has a big profile. He was flag bearer for India at the opening ceremony of the World Championships in Dubai last year. He has spoken openly of his ambition here, that it is to claim a medal in Paris.
Start. Correct.
No lift.
No lift for Kumar. Press sequence. Body position given as well. So Kumar backstage and think again. We're back for his third round lift.
thing we saw there, one of the referees wasn't happy with the stop as well, but the more glaring one was the press, and I think he knew as well. Shake of the head before it was re-wrapped, but he gets another lift. It is the best attempt from the three, so he will sit back now and watch Adnan Noor-Saeed raise the bar in weight terms by an additional 4 kilos. Lifted 156 on his first attempt.
Noor-Saeed placed 8th at the last World Championships in the team competition. That was in Dubai. At that same event, he placed 14th in the under 54 kilo category personally.
Take 2 then for Noor-Saeed. 160 on the bar. Years. Already lifting here 160 and the Paralympic Games.
Start. Yalla, 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 yalla. بطل عدنان. ركز.
And a good lift for the 20-year-old. 2 out of 3 for Noor-Saeed. Body position from the referee, but he won't mind. 160 and 2 from 2 with his lifts. And his first Paralympic Games.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, representing Hungary. 160 kilos, Nando Tunkel.
Pour rappel, tout à l'heure, Nando Tunkel a rempli son premier essai à 158 kg. Il ne s'arrête pas là. 160 kg à la deuxième tentative.
Back to Hungary's Nando Tunkel. He wastes no time in making it to the bench. He was the only competitor to have no lift. Called in the first round. He ups it by 2 kilos, undeterred, and is going for 160 here.
Start. Press.
Huge roar from Tunkel. And a good lift as well. 2 white lights for Tunkel. 160. 5 kilograms more than winning bronze in Rio. Best of 163 in Tbilisi this year on the World Cup circuit. Loudest roar so far. Tunkel with 160 on the board, and he'll look to go more.
Thank you. The bar is loaded
With a 10-3.
Republic of China, 161 kilos, Zheng Yu.
Zheng Yu returns, having successfully lifted 155 kilos in his first round. It is his Paralympic debut, so wonderful shot in the arm that in terms of his confidence coming into this second attempt. and it is one that he has added 6 kilos to. 161, his aim. Success would see him jump from 7th to 5th, overtaking Saudi Arabia's Adnan Nursaid.
Le fan de Liu Chang, Zheng Yu, celui qui est dans la compétition depuis 2013 sous vos yeux avec 161 kilos.
Zheng, 48 years old, and Joe was saying his first Paralympic Games started really training as a professional para-athlete just over 10 years ago. Bronze medalist in the World Championships 5 years ago, so the pedigree is there. Innovation from the crowd. And a good lift for Zhu. 2 from 2 in his lifts. 161. He's on the board. Mentioned about those third round lifts. This is where the tactics really do then come in. That's all to come for Zhu. At the moment, going very nicely. It's 2 from 2.
Zheng Yu has actually leapt up to 4th. I miscalculated things when I was looking at the scoreboard. There's a lot of numbers knocking around and a lot of permutations to come these third lifts. Alex Adeleng is very good with his first attempt, 160 kilos, and he's asked for 165 to be notched up. This would reinstate his position in 4th place.
Has someone turned up the volume?
Very much the case, and yeah, the trademark enormous facial placards as well in the stands as well. The French have come out in their droves to get behind their athletes.
To go for Palais, just telling everyone just to calm down. This is the serious part. Full concentration on that bar.
Start.
Wry smile on his face, and it's a no lift. Press sequence. Given by the referees, 2 of the 3. Well, now we can wave to the crowd. The lady will be back for his 3rd attempt. What weight that will be, we'll find out. But so we're going well up to the press section. And fairly obvious what was the issue with 2 of the 3 referees.
You are allowed to halt on your ascent. You can't travel backwards, but if it holds too long, then you will be asked to rack, and we see there from the referee that signal and the call coming in there as the going started to get a little too tough. Back to Abdullah Kayapina of Turkey, who is sat in silver medal position at the moment, but he's lifting 176 on this occasion. Lee Van Kong will follow with the same weight for his second attempt. So already we're beginning to see a breakaway peloton of powerlifters here in Lee Van Kong, Abdullah Kayapina and Omar Karada.
176 would have been good enough to win gold in Tokyo. Did 174, 175 this season, 176 here. Kayapina in amongst the medals at the moment, but wanting to set a target for those who have won gold before. And a good lift onto his feet very quickly. Oh, well, striding off stage like it was very, very simple. And Abdullah Kayapina, well, he was fancied to be one of the medalists here, but with the two big names in the competition, the world record holder Lee Van Kong and the defending champion Karada, looks like Kayapina is gate crashing the top two at the moment. 176. The world record holder is trying to match that.
Lee Van Kong seemingly perennially on podiums, no matter where he goes. He's a three-time world championship silver medalist. He's got 2 golds. He's got bronze at the Asian Para Games that were held a couple of years ago in Hangzhou. And of course, the silver and the gold that he's claimed in Tokyo and Rio de Janeiro, respectively, on the Paralympic stage. Lee Van Kong.
176, trying to match. Kayapina has lifted only a couple of minutes ago. This will show us what sort of form Lee Van Kong is in.
Start.
Be a no lift. Again, an interrupted season through injury at the back end of last year. And there was just question marks about Lee Van Kong. It's going to take a little bit of time, which he's entitled to. But a no lift for the world record holder.
He looks to have sustained an injury of sorts there, and he's gesturing to the side that began to go down. So all was well to that point, and then you could see him falling away on the left-hand side. But he will have another go. That is the joy of this sport, is getting that extra opportunity. But pressure is on. Pressure's on around the competition. Abdullah Kayapina of Turkey currently leading the pack with 176. But this lift, should it be successful from Omar Karada, will edge him into the lead by 1.
Paralympic champion is on the bench once again. 177 take the lead. Fully aware of what happened with what we thought was his main rival, Lee Van Kong, with his second attempt. But now it's all about 177 from the defending champ.
Start.
Rips off the straps very quickly because he knows it's a good lift. 3 from 3 from the referees, and the defending champion is in front in Paris. 177 kilograms.
Well, he got a great reception there, the Jordanian. As soon as the press sequence was complete, here he is on the descent, the stop, the call coming in from his coach, who roared him up. And at the end of the second round of attempts, it is the Jordanian Omar Sami Karada who is the man to beat. Big jump up in weight for Haj Bayor here of Algeria. He's lifted successfully 140, 145. Now he is going to 151. That would put him into 8th position. And just edge ahead of Harmjit Kumar.
Plus de friche pour nos amis d'Arabie Saoudite.
Hasn't been called forward as yet, hence the 2-minute countdown has not begun.
Track 13 representing Algeria, Haj Ahmed Bayor.
Once he's announced, he can then come forward, and the 2-minute countdown has now begun. And this is where the tactics, and what you said earlier, Joe, the fun and games can begin.
Yes, so they are allowed to alter their weights at this stage come the 3rd round. This isn't going to be the case with Haj Bayor, but in terms of particularly the top of the leaderboard at the moment, as we look at it, you can nominate weights but then also reduce them. So one thing you can't do though is to reduce down below the person who was lifted before you. So you do have to be strategic in that fact that you can't put a higher weight and then find yourself getting caught out and unable to reduce your weight and then be at a level where you can't make your best 3rd lift. As it is for Haj Bayor, it is 151, and this would put him into 8th position, should it be successful.
يا رب يا الله يا الله بسم الله يا الله
Start.
بص عيال
That's going to be the case for Bayor. It's a no lift, 151. So his best will be 145 with his second attempt. And we get a lovely reception from the crowd here in Paris. Attempt 2, 145, his best. And appreciates the applause as well. To the chest, and then second part of the lift. Just again falling away on the left, and chief referee calling for the rack.
Bar is ready, 161 kilos.
Competition ends at 1:45.
Parmjit Kumar currently positioned in 8th. He had a no lift on his second attempt, having successfully lifted 150. 157 proved too troublesome, but he has still stepped up and he will go to 161 here. Now, let's just all acknowledge the fact that this is the up to 49 kilo final. So these athletes are lifting 3 times their body weight, more than 3 times their body weight. It is pretty extraordinary to watch. And Parmjit Kumar is going for 161.
Grip all important.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Kumar will go when he's ready. Likes to take his time on the bench.
Start.
Will be a no lift for Kumar.
No lift, press sequence.
And this competition will end then with that third attempt. We'll go back to his first round lift of 150. Parmjit Kumar, confirmation 150 with his first attempt. His lift here in Paris. At 157, so an increased weight in round 3. This was too much today for Parmjit Kumar. Right shake of the head.
The Hungarian Nando Tunkel, who wasn't able to complete his lift cleanly at the first time of asking, stepped up the weight for the second, and he successfully shifted 160. He'll go for 162 here. And well, it is quite remarkable when you look at that growth in weight from his bronze medal in Rio. That was 155 then, so he's going for 7 kilos more. And he's not just setting his ambitious eyes on Paris 2024, he's already speaking about LA 28. Can he take a big lift from Paris across the pond to that next Paralympics in 4 years' time?
Start. Rest.
He's lifted 163 already this year, and he's done 162 here in Paris, and he's delighted with that. Punch in the air in delight. Well, what a response after a disappointing first round. 2 lifts at 160 and 162. Celebrating with his coach and the crowd. And Tunkel will exit the ring in 4th place currently. 162, his best in round 3. Smooth. And also Simultaneous lockout as well of the elbows.
163 kilos.
162 for Tunkel.
A handy lift from Nando Tunkel, who climbs to 4th position. Zheng Yu is going to follow. 163, his nominated weight, so 2 kilos more than his previous attempt, similar to Tunkel in fact. And this very much the battle for that 4th position.
Zheng received the bronze medal of the World Championships in Kazakhstan.
Should he achieve this lift successfully, it will guarantee him 4th. With just the Vietnamese and Jordanian and man from Turkey who are in bronze, silver and gold to come, and who respectfully are some way ahead, some weight heavier. It's a big lift coming in here for Zheng Yu of China.
1 minute.
He's lifted more in the past. 170 at his peak. So 163 for Zhu to make it a perfect competition. It's a no lift.
Stop sequence.
Stop sequence from 2 of the 3 referees. And also the press sequence as well. So it will be the 2nd round lift then for Zheng Yu of 161, his best, and currently in 5th place.
We have a look here, and it was a little bit swift, the stop. He needed a beat longer to satisfy the referees. Also, though, the press identified as problematic as well. So it'll be 5th place for Zheng Yu. 4th will go to Hungary's Nando Tunkel. For the time being, but there is Adnan Nur-Saeed ready to arrive. And if he is to lift 164, he'll jump into 4th with Frenchman Alex Adelaine ready to follow as well.
Nur-Saeed trains 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, Nur-Saeed,
His goal is to win
the future of the sport at in 20, but it's also the right now as well, because as Joe said, this could well be 4th place with 164. Neat Frogin, Zhu and Tunkel.
One minute.
Will be by far his biggest lift of the season as well. 156, 160. Already in the bag. And here attempting 164. And Nur-Saeed.
Start.
Quickly down onto his chest. Quickly back up again. No lift. And the press sequence from all 3 referees similar in a way to what we had with Zhu. Only 1 lift to go. Maybe just needed that pause, but a round of applause given by Nur-Saeed to the crowd. 2nd round lift of 160. Will be his best here. left elbow just slightly behind his right as well. And that noise once again has just been turned up here in the Chateau Arena. Alex Palais will be on the bench shortly. 172 his attempt.
172, quite a step up. Quite a step up from his sole successful lift to this point. 160 kilos in his first attempt. Wasn't able to lift 165 cleanly, so 12 kilos heavier. And the reward for this will be a fourth place, a fourth position guaranteed, in fact, for the Frenchman. Nandor Tunkel currently resides in that spot.
Li Van Kong currently in third place with 171. Failed with his second lift.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I've misread there that this is for the bronze, really, potentially.
Start.
Huge roar from the crowd, but it's going to be a no lift. It was a big ask, really. There was no reason not to go for this lift. Yes, failing at 165 and then you go up to 172, but why not? Because there was a bronze medal dangling there, potentially, if he got 172. Obviously then Li Van Kong would have probably dropped back down to just one more than that, but that's all might have happened. But a lovely ovation for, again, an athlete who has participated in many different para sports, but lifting for a potential medal in his home Paralympic Games. And just a few kilograms too much for Alex. And now we turn our attention to those medal places.
Bars loaded, 180 kilos, representing Turkey, third attempt Abdullah
Kayapina, who successfully lifted 176 kilos in his second attempt, will go at 180. Now, what's interesting here is that should these lifts occur, then all three will be in contention to pursue what is known as a power lift. And that is an additional fourth lift that you are permitted to attempt if you are within 10 kilos of the world or Paralympic records. Now, Kayapina is already within that range, having lifted 176 and the record being 183 and 183 and a half. So too Omar Karada. However, Li Van Kong at 171, who was also going to attempt 180, wouldn't be permitted to go for the power lift. Interestingly as well, late change I'm seeing as well on our boards here is Omar Karada has just upped the ante for his third lift to 184. But let's focus here on the man from Turkey. 180 kilos to solidify his position amongst the medals.
Start.
And a good lift for Kayapina. Well, there might be some fireworks shortly, but at the moment, Kayapina not only has solidified his place in the medals, but has put pressure on the very top. Karada will be watching, 180, so goes into first place. Karada back down into second. Li Van Kong, the world record holder, hasn't lifted 176. So it's a little bit of everything really with this lift for Kayapina. trying to solidify yourself in that position, but it could have, well, earned himself a gold medal.
Well, he's up to the gold medal position at the moment with that 180. Now comes Lee Van Kong, who has upped the weight that he's going to attempt to 181. So all three of the top lifters put in 180. Kaya Pienaar duly achieved that, and now Lee Van Kong has upped it to 181, and Omar Karada has bounced it back down to 181 from being at 184. So you're beginning to see some of the tactical nous around the nominated weights. But for Lee Van Kong, this lift is critical.
Bronze medal is assured, but this 181 will leapfrog the world record holder from bronze up into the gold medal position with a lift to go.
Start.
And it will be a no lift for Lee Van Kong.
No lift, press sequence.
It will be another medal at the Paralympic Games, a silver medal last time around. Former Paralympic champion from Rio. And he's going to complete the set with a bronze here. Not had the best in terms of preparation coming into these championships. Injury hit campaign last year and focused on training this year. 171 though. It will be a bronze medal for Vietnam's Lee Van Kong. Once again, that left side, just like in round 2. But after the year that he's had, he can look back and be happy with a medal. It will be a bronze, but let's concentrate on who's going to win gold.
Omar Karada is in the silver medal position at the moment. Lifts of 175, 177, and now targeting 181, knowing that Abdullah Kaya Pienaar of Turkey has successfully shifted 180. He's already put in 184 for his power lift, which would be a new world and Olympic and Paralympic record, should that happen for the man for Turkey in the gold medal position. As it is, the Jordanian Omar Karada, much fancied, could step into the gold medal position with this lift of 181, 1 kilo heavier than the current gold medal berth.
Start.
Karada waits for the officials, and it's a good lift for Karada. Omar Karada, 181. And leapfrogs above Kaya Pienaar into the gold medal position. Omar Karada. The cream has rise to the top.
Round 3 is complete. We have a request for a power lift.
The release of emotion and relief there from Karada, who doesn't have gold yet. He's in the gold medal position, but
Power lift.
We have a powerlifter coming uniquely for the Paralympic Games. This lift will count to the overall result. Ordinarily, it's the 3 lifts that are the ones that make the result. The power lift is a bonus lift to go for a world record, and it doesn't always mean that it's going to add to the result. However, here in Paris, it will. So we essentially have a lift-off for gold, and Kaya Pienaar has opted for 184 kilos. No human being on the planet has ever lifted this weight in the up to 49 kilo category for the men.
It's a superb addition to para-powerlifting, having now essentially a straight shootout for the gold, but also world records as well. Karadar to come, but for now, Abdullah Kaya Pienaar once again with 3 lifts out of 3, a real feature of his powerlifting. $180 in round 3. In the silver medal position, but again, this to go once again into gold, but also for a new world record.
Start.
The effort was there for all to see. The bar shaking, very close indeed, but a tremendous competition from Abdullah Kaya Pienaar. Lots of flags of Turkey being waved next to the stage, appreciating all of the support from those supporters and everyone in the arena. 3 from 3. And just failing in that world record attempt. And it will be a silver medal then for Kaya Pienaar with that 180. Gold will go to Karadar, defending his title. But of course, there will be an attempt for a world record as well.
The world record and the Paralympic record. This is the powerlift. Omar Karana Jordan.
Here we go. Let's ready ourselves for a bit of potential Paralympic history here. Karadar, the Jordanian from Amman, is going to look to do something that no other person on the planet has ever done before. He's going to try and lift 185 kilos here. The best that has ever been seen came from the bronze medalist from Vietnam, Lee Van Kong, in 2017 in Mexico City. That was 183.5 kilos. Karadar will attempt 1.5 kilos more. This is a world and Paralympic record attempt.
Start.
All right, it will be a no lift. Furious with himself, Karadar. Looked at it was on his chest. It was going to be a successful lift, but it will be a Paralympic gold medal for Omar Karadar, defending his title from Tokyo. He is now a 2-time Paralympic champion in the men's up to 49 kilogram category. Got attempt 3 at 181. Ending off the challenge of Abdullah Kaya Pienaar, going for the world record with the powerlift. Just failing halfway up. Thought it was going to get there, but another time, I'm sure, for the great Omar Karadar, who can now call himself a 2-time Paralympic champion.
That is the final result of the men's up to 49 kilogram category competition at the Powerlifting at Paris 2024. Bronze for Lee Van Kong of Vietnam, silver for Abdullah Kayapina of Turkey, and it is gold for Jordan's Omar Karada.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de l'épreuve de Powerlifting, moins de 49 kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Powerlifting men's up to 49 kilo category.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Medal ceremony for the men's up to 49 kilogram category. What a tremendous category it was as well. World records attempts included as well.
The medals will be presented by
Miss Robin Smith-Home, membre du conseil d'administration du Comité international paralympique.
Governing Board Member, International Paralympic Committee.
Robin Smith-Home to present the medals.
Monsieur France Régule, directeur délégué des sécurités des systèmes d'information, Paris 2024.
Paris 2024 Information System Security Deputy Director.
Hans Regul to assist.
Médaillé de bronze représentant le Vietnam, Lee Van Kong.
Bronze medalist representing Vietnam, Lee Van Kong.
Lee Van Kong of Vietnam has got the full set now. Gold medal winner back in Rio. Silver last time, and it's bronze medal this time. His world record was under threat from the two athletes to his right. Bronze medal for Lee Van Kong, 171 in round one.
Silver medalist representing Turkey, Abdullah Kayapinar.
Abdullah Kayapinar. Well, what a fantastic competition for the 31-year-old from Turkey. Perfect 3 from 3. 180 was lifted in round 3. Threatened the gold, threatened the world record. And an attempt with a powerlift. It will be a silver medal for Abdullah Kayapinar.
Médaillé d'or et représentant la Jordanie, champion paralympique.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Jordan, Omar Kamada.
Omar Kamada is the Paralympic champion once again, defending his title, a two-time Paralympic champion, 181 in round 3. Along with Kayapinar, had an attempt of a world record, but he'll be delighted and looks delighted with his gold medal. Kissing the medal. Kayapinar with the silver, Lee Van Kong with the bronze, but Kamada is a double Paralympic champion.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la Jordanie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Jordan.
Mesdames et messieurs, vos médaillés paralympiques.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
Well, a tremendous men's up to 49 kilogram category. 2 attempts at world records. The world record holder with the bronze this time. Kayapinar, a superb silver, and a now double Paralympic powerlifting champion in the men's up to 49 kilogram category, Omar Kamada of Jordan.
powerlifting féminine, moins de 41 kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's up to 41 kilo category para-powerlifting.
Here are the competitors ready to get the women's up to 41 kilo competition, the para-powerlifting at Paris 2024 underway. And also alongside them, their first attempts, we will be going in ascending order from 90 kilos to 108. Climbing up to Kui Jie of China, who was a recently top of the podium powerlifter in Tbilisi at the 2024 Para-Powerlifting World Cup.
Please welcome the technical officials for this session.
The all-important technical officials who will adjudicate as to what is deemed a good lift and what is deemed a no lift. There are also the jury as well, who are sat in the stand should anything go to a video challenge. You have three referees out there. The chief referee from the United Arab Emirates, Ahmed Al-Hamadi. The left side referee from Hungary, Tibor Gierko. And lastly, the right side referee from Korea, Lee Koo-jin. Now, all three referees will be stationed almost in a triangle around the bench, with the chief referee at the head and the other two to the sides. And between the three of them, they will cast their vote as to whether it is a legal lift. And if two of the three agree, then that lift will be classed as good. If two of the three say no, as indicated by red lights, then it will be no lift.
Greece, Pascalina Nozaki. Technical delegate, Hungary, Zidegyerko.
So, para-powerlifting, and really very much in the home of the bench press. If you can believe it, it was invented by a Frenchman, credited to George Hackenschmidt, who not only invented the bench press, but the hack squat. But it is all about the bench when we're here, and we're looking at world records, like those held by Guo Ling Ling. The world record, 123 kilos, and the Paralympic record, 109 kilos. And I have a suspicion that that may be under real threat here today, judging by the performances of athletes around the world in this Paralympic cycle.
Yeah, that Paralympic record, very much looking at the first round lifts here, could well be in danger, and maybe in danger very early in this competition. The record holder, Guo Ling Ling, will not be competing in this category, will be in the up to 45 kilogram category now. So the defending Paralympic champion will be a force in her new category. Of course, that gives an opportunity to maybe one or two others here in what is maybe a slightly new era of women's up to 41 kilogram para-powerlifting, with a very young group of lifters here. From Moscano, who's only 18, De Lima, Nwogu, who both will be looking at medals here, both only 21 years old as well.
You see some of the other important characters here loading up the bar. And load up we will.
Always got to give a shout out to the loaders. They're very handy and important people to keep on our side and do a fantastic job at every competition.
Ready for para-powerlifting. The bar is loaded 93 kilos, representing Egypt, Nena El Jabali Abdel, first attempt.
Enes Abdelal will get the competition underway then, the women's up to 41 kilogram category. Doing plenty of support from the crowd here in the Chateau Arena in Paris. – 29 years old, this will be a Paralympic debut. Said that she wants to win a medal here. Opening lift. Attempt will be 93 kilograms.
Before coming to para-powerlifting, the athlete has competed in athletics at a national level in Egypt.
Abdelal to get the competition underway, getting set on the bench. Getting her competition underway, 93 kilogram. Right by the chief referee. And a good lift. She needs 2 out of 3, but she got all 3. And a big scream of delight from Abdelal. 93, we're underway with a good lift. messing as well very quickly. That bar down onto the chest, then straight back up. Elbows locking simultaneously at the same time, but far side. Shielded from that camera angle. Here we go. Perfect synchronicity. And making relatively light work, excuse the pun, of that 93 kilograms. And that's what it means to get the competition underway with a good lift.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, representing Kenya. First round of 98 kilos, Helen.
On to our second competitor in this women's under 41 kilo category, and it's Kenya's Helen Kariuki, 32-year-old, who found her way to powerlifting via the racetrack. She was involved in wheelchair racing before the switch, having been encouraged by Kenyan great Gabriel Magu Wanjiku, and she fell in love with the sport from that moment on.
At the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo, Japan, she lifted 93 kilos, 5 kilos.
She is looking to better her 5th place finish from the Tokyo Paralympics 3 years ago, where her final lift was 93 kilos. She starts on 98, an indication of her progress to this point. There's a 1-minute warning as her coach comes in. Sister.
Start.
And that is a fine first lift that is demonstrated by a wonderful release of joy from Helen Kariuki. She wasn't able to complete one clean lift at the World Cup recently in Tbilisi, but she starts in fine form, 98 kilos, and she loves it. Solid stop, in contact with the chest, good press. All 3 referees agreeing with white lights on the adjudication board.
Christina Poblador strides to the center of the arena, was 6th in Tokyo with 92, attempting 100 here in round 1. So, from Colombia, this is more than finishing in 4th place in the World Championships last year. Imagine has been backstage with the headphones on, likes to get psyched up listening to music before she strides out, along with many powerlifters. Bogota in Colombia. So 100 kilograms to start her competition. More than in those World Championships, more than in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, and more when finishing 3rd in the Parapan American Games in Santiago last year as well. So this is a big opening weight in what looks a pretty open competition. Women's up to 41. And a good lift from Christina Poblador. Now, it is an open competition. This is a very young competition as well. Poblador, one of the older athletes at 29, but improving all the time, as I was saying, with this 100 kilograms in round 1. And we could well be looking back at these opening lifts as we look towards the medals. Something to rule out at all. Perfect start to the competition from Poblador.
Representing Indonesia, 101 kilos for Indonesia.
Nenengga Widiasi, the 31-year-old from Indonesia, who is fortunate enough to call the beautiful Bali home, readies herself for her 4th appearance at a Paralympics, having been to London, to Rio, to Tokyo, and each and every Paralympics she's lifted bigger, she's climbed the rankings, and in Rio she took bronze, and Tokyo it was silver with a lift of 98. She starts in Paris, targeting 101 kilos.
Back in London 2012, where she placed 5th. She has medals from both Rio de Janeiro and Tokyo, Japan. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Coach Iko Suprianto assists her.
Start. Right.
No lift Widiasi.
She leaves the bench disappointed. The call coming from 2 of the judges, one not content with the press, the other with the hold. There is a number of steps in a successful lift. The down sequence, the body position, stop sequence, and press. This is the stop, which maybe was a little swift for one of the referees. And then for the other, the press wasn't satisfactory. So a combination, no lift.
Girly Lascano of Ecuador, just 18 years old. First Paralympic Games silver medalist in the Pan American Games last year with a lift of 100, so 104 kilograms here in round 1. Teenager. So she aims to win a medal in these Paralympic Games. Still a student.
Stade is the reigning silver medal champ from
At the moment, just improving all the time with every competition, and 104 will be a weight. Just 4 kilograms off the opening weight.
Start. Right.
Cue later, the People's Republic of China athlete, but here it's going to be a no lift. Lascano, and the press sequence from both of the referees, to the left and to the right of the bench. Chief referee was fine, but unfortunately it will be a no lift from Lascano. And just a few no lifts creeping in. Again, it's a competition that looked wide open, so maybe 1 or 2 of the athletes going just a few kilograms heavier than maybe intended, looking to get that first lift in and really setting down a marker for the others. Again, the medals are all within reach of many of these athletes in this competition. It'll be fascinating how it builds up to a crescendo later.
Bar is loaded, ready for Brazil's Lara de Lima. First attempt, 105 kilos.
Time for Brazil's Lara de Lima, the 21-year-old from Uberlandia in the southeastern parts of the South American country. And she's 21 years old. She's already been to 4 world championships. She got 7th in Tokyo with a lift of 88 kilos. So in 3 years' time, she is now looking to up things by a massive 17 kilos with an opening lift of 105. This would lay down a hugely impressive marker. It's her coach, Weaverton Lima dos Santos, assists her with the strapping and the lifting of the bar initially. And it is with her.
Start.
But that looked very nice, didn't it? And 3 referees agree. 3 white lights and no sweat for Lara de Lima. She has stated really openly that her ambition on this trip to Paris is to leave with a medal. And she looks in great form and confidence on that opening lift. She goes to the top of the leaderboard.
That was very impressive indeed, and watching on, Esther Nwogu. So here comes Esther Nwogu, 21-year-old from Nigeria, silver medal in the World Championships last year. She also competed previously in the World Championships as a 17-year-old when taking a bronze, so really announcing her on the world stage, herself on the world stage with that bronze, but getting better and better. 111 kilograms lifted, and we mentioned that that Paralympic record of 109 is in danger. 106 is on the bar here.
Nwogu worked as a typist, a teacher, a hairdresser in Nigeria before switching her focus to this.
Everything before switching to competitive sports. First lifted weights at a very, very early age. In the mid-teens took it up properly, and up to 41 kilogram, and then she gets older, possibly at higher weights as well. He's looking like a real force. And a huge medal chance here in Paris. 106. In her first attempt. A noise of appreciation from the crowd, and a good lift. 3 white lights. What a start to the competition for Nwogu, and that has put her firmly at the top of the list at the moment. We've still got lifts to come, but Nwogu 106, only 3 kilograms off the Paralympic record. A brilliant way to start the competition. Fabulous smile as well. Yeah, it's a top lift there, 106, and looked very, very impressive in doing so. Because we'll see that celebration later on the podium.
People's Republic of China, Queen J.
Quijay of the People's Republic of China makes her way to the bench. And what a CV this woman has. 4-time world champion, 4-time Paralympic silver medalist, Beijing London, Rio, and Tokyo. Can she go one better in Paris? Can she claim the gold she so craves? She was number 1 at the World Cup in Tbilisi earlier this year with a lift of 116. Which is 7 kilos more than the current Paralympic record. It'll be a bit fierce competition between her and Nigeria's Esther Nwogu. But at 108, her opening lift will be 1 kilo shy of the Paralympic record.
Start. Right.
And it'll be confident, and it'll be clean, and it'll be 3 white lights for Guige, who makes light work of her opening attempt of 108 kilos in the women's up to 41 kilo para-powerlifting final.
6 of our 8 athletes have successful attempts after round 1. The lead is Kui with 108 kilos, followed by Nwogu, Nigeria, 106, and in 3rd position after the first
So
round.
Kui at the top of the list with that 108. Nwogu 106. Delima 105. A bit of a gap then to Omlador with 100 kilograms. Paralympic record. It's currently quaking in its boots. It's under threat already after round 1. Starting round 2. Abdelal Agag from Egypt. Accompanied by Mohamed Izzat, her coach. First time competing on the world stage, has competed in national championships in Egypt. First round lift, again on this huge stage, 93 was excellent, and attempt 2 all the way up to 99 as we start round 2 of lifts. Sure the grip is tight, comfortable. Abdelal in round 2.
Right.
Be a no lift. Press from one referee. Also the stop sequence as well from another referee. It will be a no lift for Abdelal Agag, who will be back with another attempt in round 3. Referee on the right, there was a issue with the press. The left arm. And again, the stop sequence on the chest. Give him as well.
A return to the bench for Helen Karayuki, the 32-year-old who accomplished a very fine lift of 93 to 98, I beg your pardon, to open up proceedings. And she notches another kilo onto the bar. It's a minimum increment increase of 1 kilos at the Paralympic Games. No longer can they be halves. If you see a half on a record, it's a surefire sign it's been standing for a long time. because records can now only be broken in single sole kilos. And this woman who got a bronze at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham in 2022 in the up to 61 kilo category has been knocking on the door of podiums around the world and Paralympics for a number of years now. She looks to have a second successful lift here in Paris.
Start.
I think, judging by the sounds, coach and competitor very, very happy. And further confirmation from the squeal of delight and the 3 white lights that are up on the boards here in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. More good work from the Kenyan, who looks to have brought her best here in Paris. 99 kilos, 2 lifts out of 2. Nicely done by Helen Kariuki.
Mark is loaded Indonesia, 101 kilos, second round attempt in Venga.
Inenga Widiashi, Bali, Indonesia. Back on stage. Silver medalist from Rio. Bronze medalist from Rio, silver in Tokyo. Looking to complete the set here with a gold. 101. With her second attempt. No lift in round 1. 41-year-old just steadying herself. Hasn't had a clear season in terms of injuries. It's due to take part in one of the World Cup events in Chateau in Thailand. To lift of weights that were way below what would be her norm, so 101 here in round 2. Failed with an attempt in round 1.
Start. Back.
And a good lift. So a good lift there from Widiashi, a good indication as well, good example of how the bar doesn't have to be completely straight. And also in the press sequence, there's a bit of a pause halfway, slowed down and then went again. Not a problem. All 3 referees giving a good lift. And after a no lift in round 1, Widiashi with 101 in round 2.
The bar is loaded, 102 kilos, rack height 3, Christina Poblado, Colombia.
Christina Poblado currently positioned in 5th with a lift of 100 kilos under her belt already. 102 the target now for the woman born and resides in the capital of Colombia, Bogota. That does her lifting at the Bogota District Club. Hasn't been a powerlifter for that long. 2016 she first got involved, and well, she's got pretty serious pretty fast with a 6th at Tokyo. Now looking to climb this leaderboard up up to 4th position.
1 minute.
Assistance from her coach, Jefferson Tafarel Pereira.
Start.
And it is a good lift. 2 of the referees agreeing that all was present and proper. There was one of the referees who found fault with the press sequence. But in the sport of para-powerlifting, you just need the majority vote. And Cristina Pobledor successfully shifts 102 kilos. And for the time being, she's up to 4th position.
Bars loaded representing Ecuador, 104 kilos, Terry Mascaro.
Back comes Curly's Lascano. Ecuador, the 19-year-old, striding to the bench. Lifting for 4 years. Superb early result in her career. Silver medal in the Pan American Games last year.
The 19-year-old took up the sport in 2020 by 2020.
Now 104 kilograms evaded her in round 1. And again here, same weight, 104. This will move Lascano up into 4th position.
Start. Allez, tranquila. Back.
And it's a no lift. And it was the press sequence from both of the referees who gave it as a no lift. So Lascano will go backstage, think about things once again. 104. It's just evading her at the moment in those 2 lifts. Got one more attempt to come. Those dreams of a medal here have probably gone with that lift as well. So it's still pretty wide open. That's when it comes to round 3, so there's an awful lot to look forward to with those final round lifts, but we're still in round 2.
The Brazilian Lara de Lima comes to the bench for her 2nd attempt, and it's 107 kilos, which was her 3rd, her final, and her best lift at the Worlds in June. Now, she was successful in all of her attempts then, but she saved 107 to the end, and this lift is quite significant in terms of the medals here, because it was Lascano who finished behind her by 1 kilo. So a successful lift of 107 here from Lara de Lima would put immense pressure on the Ecuadorian, who is yet to accomplish a successful lift. She looked really assured, really smooth in her first lift of 105, Lara de Lima. Attempt number 2, 107 kilos.
Start.
And dare I say it, she looked even better in that one, though. We're being made to wait as to how good it was. That was an anxious one, wasn't it? But Lara de Lima didn't look flustered at any stage. 3 white lights, unanimous in their agreement that that lift was good, and Lara de Lima lifts her way to the silver medal position with just Esther Nwogu and Kui Jie to come.
Watching on was Esther Nwogu. We now have 112 kilograms on the bar. Now, Esther Nwogu lifted 112 in the World Cup circuit in Tbilisi before these championships, where an awful lot of the athletes in the powerlifting here in Paris would have competed. Give us a very good indication of how their season's gone and what form the athletes are in. So 112. Now, we mentioned at the beginning of this category, the women's up to 41. That's the Paralympic record of 109 will be in danger very early, and more than likely before round 3. Well, here we go. This will be a new Paralympic record. Huge cry from Nwogu. Crowd responds to her as well.
1 minute.
Sure, everyone back at Abia State, her club in Nigeria, are watching. 21-year-old Esther Nwogu for a new Paralympic record. The crowd like it. And the referees like it as well. It's a good lift and a new Paralympic record for Esther Nwogu. 112 kilograms, and we're only in round 2. Esther Nwogu with a new Paralympic record. There's an awful lot of lifting to come still. And 112 is the current record. I think it might be broken a few more times. Esther Nwogu goes to the top of the pile once again. 112 is the mark to beat, with one more lifter to come in round 2.
The bar is loaded, and that is 113 kilos, representing People's Republic of China.
Le président record paralympique d'athlète de Tokyo le 26 août 2021.
Kui Jie, who was in the gold medal position after the first round of lifts, has had a marker laid down to her by Esther Nwogu, who is now, as we speak, the reigning Paralympic record holder, having eclipsed the 109 set by Kui Jie's countrywoman Jiu Lingling in Tokyo back in August 2021 when the Games was held there. But Kui Jie will aim to go 1 kilo better. She has certainly got this in her. She lifted 116 at the most recent World Cup in June.
1 minute.
And she is a figure of serenity there on the bench. Adjusts herself into position.
Start! Right.
And consummately accomplishes a An improvement on the Paralympic record that was broken just a lift before. A nice wide smile and a job very well done, very comfortably done by her demeanor. She reinstalls herself at the top of the leaderboard. 113 kilos, Cuiget in the gold medal position with a Paralympic record.
Well, the record stood for a matter of 3 or 4 minutes and 1 lift. Cuiget then back at the top of the leaderboard. 113 versus 112 from Wargu. And, well, De Lima with 107 has 5 kilograms clear from 4th. So, into round 3. This is where tactics as we go through will become important. There's a clear target there in terms of the medals of that 107 currently by De Lima, but that's all to come. Now, Abdelalagag from Egypt is 99 kilograms. So no lift in round 2. Trying once again at 99. Remember, this is the first international competition for Abdelalagag. And a great start with 93, but 99, second attempt, round 3. With the press and also the stop sequence in round 2.
Start. Right.
It's a no lift once again, and again it's with the stop sequence and also the purple. Same as well with the second round lift, same referees and same faults as well. Shrug of the shoulders from Abdelalagag, who leaves the stage in Paris with the first round lift of 93.
Kariuki of Kenya returns to try and make it 3 from 3. 98 and 99, both dusted with relative rhythm from the woman who trains out of Embu in Kenya. Seeks inspiration from the likes of Gabriel Magu, Wanjiku, and also Samson Okuto Abayo. Mother's played a big influence in her development as a person, as an athlete. And she's got aspirations far beyond herself. She wants to establish a foundation for young powerlifters in Kenya when the time comes. How nice will it be to establish that foundation with a 101 lift at Paris 2024 on your CV?
Start. Chapa, fungua.
Oh, she's got there. It was almost suspended in time for a moment. Is it a good lift? It is an all-time lift for Helen Kariuki, who went to the well. Every single person in the Porte de la Chapelle was with her through the struggle of that press. But the key thing was she locked out those elbows simultaneously. The bar didn't travel back on her, and it is tears of joy for the Kenyan, who is 3 lifts from 3. And her final, her finest, 101 kilos. Go on, get there, get there. Yes.
Exhausted after that last lift. Everyone had a part to play in that. Round 3 continues. Well, the trials and tribulations of Curly Lezcano. No lift so far in rounds 1 and 2, so 104 remains on the bar for the Ecuadorian. World Championship silver last year, 7th in Tokyo. Different athlete here. Lezcano, second in those Pan American Games as well, so knows how to win medals. It's just a case of the 19-year-old conquering this 104. Don't want to leave first Paralympic Games with 3 no lifts.
Start.
And it will be, unfortunately, a no lift for Curly Lezcano. The press sequence, lock out those elbows at all, and it will be, unfortunately, 3 no lifts for Curly Lezcano. At 19, there will be many more Paralympic Games to come in her career.
Cristina Poblador is looking to solidify her 4th position here. And what is interesting is that Ninenga Widiasi of Indonesia, who sat behind her in 5th, has opted for 106 as her weight. Currently, Poblador is ahead of her by virtue of a 102 lift to the 101 of the Indonesian. Both Poblador and Widiasi pushing each other. But Poblador, who's had 2 good lifts here in the Porte de la Chapelle, needs 1 more. She needs 1 very good one. Three no lifts in the recent World Cup in June. 2 good ones here now. 105. A tall task, but a challenge that Poblador is up for.
Start.
But unfortunately for the Colombian, it was a task just that little too lofty. It's going to be a no lift at 105, and she will now have to wait anxiously to see what Ni Nenga Widiasi is going to muster. She's currently in 4th, Poblador. Will she be there in a lift's time?
Nenga Widiasi then with the attempt at 106 in round 3, 101 her best in round 2. Took her a couple of attempts to lift 101, and 106 would mean that Widiasi go above. Obrador. To 4th place. It's not going to be a medal this time around. For the silver medal winner from Tokyo, bronze from Rio, so it's been an illustrious career already for the athlete who used to compete in athletics, as many in powerlifting have done prior or will go on to. But now it's 106 on the bar. Widiasi, Indonesia.
Start. Rock.
And it will be a no lift there, the press sequence. Also to stop as well. So it will be a no lift, so just round 2, the 101 for Widiasi. 101 will be her final total, and she will remain in 5th place in this up to 41 kilogram category. So the top 3 places are assured for Delima Nwogu, and the current leader of the People's Republic of China. But in what order? We will find out with 3 remaining lifts in this competition.
109 kilos, Lara de Lima, Brazil.
For Lara de Lima of Brazil, this is something of a victory lift for her. The bronze medal secured on her 2nd lift with 107 kilos. She is looking to add another 2 to the bar and perform a lift of 109 here in Paris as her final act of this, the 17th Paralympiad. 21 years old. That is it. An immense future ahead of her, but a very bright bronze present here right now. 7th in Tokyo at the last games. It'll be bronze here in Paris, but she wants a 109 in the history books next to her name.
Start.
And she may have just got it. Oh yeah, she's got it to the tune of 3 white lights. A warm embrace from her coach, who's been on the journey with Weverton Lima dos Santos And she affords herself a smile. 3 attempts, 3 good lifts, 109, the best of them, and a bronze for Laura de Lima.
Perfect from de Lima. Wonderful celebration from both her and also her coach, but we've got 2 athletes remaining. Here's Esther Nwogu, who's 2 from 2 so far, 106 and then 112 in round 2. Was a Paralympic record for just one lift. 118 kilograms now. The world record is 123 from Guo Ling, who will be in a higher weight here in Paris. So this is to set a target for Queen of the People's Republic of China. It will also be a new Paralympic record. Silver is assured. That will not change unless Esther Nwogu lifts 118. She will move into gold medal position with only 1 lift remaining. Silver in the World Championships of last year. Assured of silver here in Paris. Can Esther Nwogu move into the gold medal position with 1 lift remaining? 118 kilograms, it will be a new Paralympic record. Working hard, locks the elbows together, waiting for the referee's decision. And it's a good lift. A new Paralympic record, 3 from 3 for Esther Nwogu. She's broken the Paralympic record on 2 occasions. And there might not be a silver lining to this story, it might be gold. She moves into the gold medal position. Esther Nwogu, 118 kilograms, has broken the Paralympic record by a full 9 kilograms and just might leave with a Paralympic title as well. Superb lift, great strength. Very measured on the way down. On the way up, kept on moving that bar. And again, locking out those elbows. Exactly the right time, both together. And he's now in the gold medal possession. There is 1 lift to go.
Queen J, 119 kilos.
Over to you, Kui J. 1 lift to go amongst the initial 3, but as we are in record territory, there will be power lifts now coming into the reckoning. Kui J, her demeanor like she's lying on a beach somewhere, reading a book and with a mini umbrella in her drink. She just looks so cool and composed. And the 2 previous times she's laid supine on the bench, she has mastered the bar. 108 in her first lift, 112 in her second, another 6, 108, 113, 119. I beg your pardon. And now, this lift to recapture her Paralympic record, but most crucially recapture the gold medal position. Huge lift from Cuiget, who is once again the new Paralympic record holder. Her and Esther Nwogu trading records, but Cuiget the top of the log with 1:19 and in that gold medal berth.
Wants to break the Paralympic record again, or the world record, she can request a 4th attempt. Let's see.
AC/DC rings round the Porte de la Chapelle, a thunderstruck arena after some huge record-breaking lifts from both Esther Nwogu and Cuiget. And as you can see, the adjustment there to the bar says Cuiget fancies the world record. The world record held by her countrywoman, Guo Lingling, of 123 kilos. Cuiget will go for 124.
Well, a remarkable up to 41 kilogram category. The power lift is about to take place. We suggested that the Paralympic record would go. I didn't think the world record might go, I must admit. So the power lift coming up. 124 is on the bar for Cuiget. She's got the gold. Can she leave with a world record as well? Crowd getting behind Cuiget. She'll be able to hear them backstage. Still plenty of time for Cuiget, who, as Joe said, is the picture of serenity on the bench.
Sometimes there are too many instructions being delivered, and Cuiget just says, hey, I got this. Let me at it.
Well, here she comes. Cuiget, gold medal winner, Paralympic record, but we're going for a world record here. Stand by, everybody. The record of 123 by Guo Lingling. Is under threat from the gold medal winner, Cuiget, who has finished second and a silver medal winner in Beijing, in London, in Rio, in Tokyo. A 4-time silver medal is now going to be gold, but this is for a world record. Forever the bridesmaid will be the gold medal winner this time, but can she leave Paris with a new world record? 124 kilograms is on the bar. The concentration, the relaxation, And the calmest person in the Chappelle Arena is currently lying on a bench underneath 124 kilograms. With only seconds to go for a new world record. It won't be a world record, but it will be a gold medal after all of those silvers for Cuiget. A superb Paralympic champion, 119 kilograms, her best in a perfect 3-from-3 competition. It won't be the world record this time. I suspect it might be in the future, but the gold medal winner is Cuiget with 119 kilograms and a huge Paralympic record. Cuiget smiles even after the disappointment of not breaking that world record. That's quickly put to one side, even after a few seconds, it seems, from both athlete and coach. Confirmation, Cuiget is the Paralympic champion with a massive Paralympic record, 119 kilograms, a brilliant silver for Esther Wargu. What a competition, 118 kilograms. And De Lima will be the bronze medal winner with 109. In an outstanding women's up to 41 kilogram category.
cérémonie pour cette catégorie féminine des moins de 41 kilos. On est allé jusqu'à 119 kilos aujourd'hui. C'est très impressionnant et ça va être comme ça toute la semaine jusqu'à dimanche. C'est la Dance Cap, show me your moves. Vas-y. Vas-y, princesse, à toi. On va s'y apprendre. Nous, on se pas pieds.
Here come the medalists for the women's up to 41 kilo para powerlifting competition at Paris 2024.
Venez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Bernard Thibault, président du comité de la charte sociale Paris 2024.
Chairman.
The presentation party, including the chairman of Paris 2024 Social Charter Committee,
Accompanied by
Henri Moreno, responsable de World Para Powerlifting.
and rightfully accompanied by the head of World Para Powerlifting, Mr. Jorge Moreno.
Médaille de bronze représentant le Brésil. Lara Aparecida.
An incredible competition and an incredible moment for this young woman here. 21-year-old Lara de Lima with a best lift of 109 kilos, a powerlifting Paralympic equaling lift of 109 kilos. And were it any other previous Paralympics, she would be at the top of the podium. But it is bronze for Brazil and Lara de Lima.
Le Nigeria.
silver medalist representing Nigeria, Esther Nwogu.
I'll see your Paralympic equaling lift and I'll raise you two record breakers twice. Esther Nwogu, another young lifter at the age of 21 from Nigeria, broke the Paralympic record, and she quite emotionally and quite rightfully and triumphantly claims silver here at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. A magnificent performance. Esther Nwogu of Nigeria is the silver medalist at Paris 2024.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing People's Republic of China, Green Zhe.
How nice will those words feel? How impactful for the woman who on 4 previous Paralympic bows has left with silver. One of the greatest to ever do it, and now officially the greatest to ever do it in a Paralympics. A record holder with a best lift of 119 kilos. And at long last, gold and Paralympic champion, China's Kui Zhe in the women's up to 41 kilo para powerlifting.
Please stand if you're able for the anthem of People's Republic of China.
Voilà vos médaillés des Jeux Paralympiques.
Your medalists in the women's up to 41 kilo para powerlifting competition. Bronze for Brazil and Lara de Lima, silver for Nigeria and Esther Nwogu, and at long last, gold for China and Kui Zhe. Wonderful camaraderie demonstrated as well between the athletes. What an incredible tussle those two had. The gold medalist leaving with the silver, who traded Paralympic records within the competition, and Laura de Lima, the young Brazilian, a bronze medalist at her second Paralympics.
La compétition, nous vous remercions de votre participation aux Jeux Paralympiques Paris 2024. On vous souhaite un bon retour. N'oubliez pas que les volontaires Paris 2024 sont là pour vous aider si vous le souhaitez.
We hope you enjoyed the competition and thank you for your participation in the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Please take care, exit.
A fabulous session of para-powerlifting at the Porte-la-Chapelle Arena. 2 champions crowned. First, we had the men's up to 49 kilo competition, which resulted in bronze for Vietnam's Le Van Cong, silver for Abdullah Kapigna, and gold for Jordan's Omar Kalada, and it was followed by a Paralympic record-breaking lifting session in the women's under 41 kilo category, with bronze for Laura de Lima, silver for Esther Ngugoru, and gold for Quije.
La session d'aujourd'hui est terminée. Merci d'avoir participé aux Jeux Paralympiques de Paris 2024. Avant de partir, n'oubliez pas de vérifier que vous avez tous vos effets personnels. À bientôt, à très vite.
That concludes today's session. Thank you for being part of the